Have you ever felt like you're shouting into the dark and the only answer is silence? Sometimes it feels like God unplugged the outlet right in the middle of my plea. I know how that feeling eats away at you. The chest tightens, questions pile up, and time seems to stretch endlessly. In those moments, words seem small and prayers can feel like whispers lost in a vast room. I won't pretend it's easy. I won't offer quick fixes. I will simply say, I feel this with you, and I am here with you in the stillness. There are different kinds of silence we meet. Some silences are gentle, soft evenings where we rest and breathe. Others are heavy, the kind that presses on your ribs and makes each breath a small victory. Waiting is often this heavy silence. Waiting for a healing you desperately need. Waiting for a door to open that stays closed. Waiting for someone to speak a word that will change everything and nothing happens. Days pile into weeks, and the calendar becomes a reminder of unanswered questions. When I am in that place, I notice how the mind invents stories to explain the quiet. I feel inadequate, overlooked, or punished. It is natural to feel anger, confusion, and grief. Allow yourself to feel these things. Pain does not disqualify you from grace. It makes you more human. Naming the hurt is the first small step toward being held by something larger than the pain itself. I want to make an important distinction. Silence is not the same as abandonment. That difference changed how I learned to wait. Abandonment is leaving, walking away from the room and never returning. Silence, however, can be a presence that chooses not to overwhelm. Think of a mother watching her child learn to walk. She stands nearby, hands ready, eyes full of love, but she does not step forward to carry the child. She lets him wobble, fall, and rise. Her silence is full of attention. It is a deliberate restraint that allows growth. There are seasons when we need that kind of quiet space to grow roots. Roots form in darkness. They thicken and spread out, unseen, while we wonder if anything is changing. If we hurry the process, the roots stay shallow and vulnerable. If we wait, truly wait, the foundation becomes steady. This idea brought me comfort because it suggested the silence might be doing something faithful even when I cannot perceive it. The scriptures offer many examples of people who faced deep silence. Job raised his voice in anguish and yet did not have the easy answers he sought. The psalmists poured out their confusion and lament with honest words. Jesus himself experienced a form of silence on the cross, abandoned in human perception, yet fulfilling a larger purpose. These stories are not tidy solutions. They are companions who show that faith can live inside questions and that crying out does not mean failing. Consider how silence can be a different type of language. Sometimes the most profound communication happens in the space between words. A quiet room can hold a presence that speaks more slowly, through patience, through persistence, through the small acts of mercy that arrive without fanfare. When I began to look for these subtle movements, I started to notice little answers. A peace that arrives at night, a friendship that appears unexpectedly, an idea that grows into a new possibility. They were not dramatic lightning bolts, but steady threads of grace weaving through my ordinary days. So how do we practice listening to this kind of silence? I have found a few gentle practices that help me stay anchored. First, give yourself permission to lament. The Psalms of Lament are brave poems that name pain in the presence of God. Read them slowly. Let the rawness sink in. Say the words aloud if it helps. Sometimes prayer is not about polishing our sentences. It is about placing our cracked hearts before God and trusting Him to meet those cracks with compassion. Second, cultivate small rhythms of rest. Rest is not the absence of work. It is a form of trust. Allow your body to sleep, your hands to be still, your mind to step away from the to-do list. When I rest without guilt, I create space for clarity to return. Rest can be a quiet act of faith, a statement that I do not carry everything on my own. Third, tend to your inner life with honesty. Journaling helps me see patterns in my waiting. Write down what you are afraid of, what you hope for, and what you already notice that feels like a small yes. Talk to a trusted friend or mentor who can hold your story without rushing conclusions. Community matters. The presence of others who listen can reflect back a hope you cannot yet hear inside yourself. Fourth, Practice simple spiritual disciplines that tune your heart. Reading a psalm, sitting in silence with a candle, walking slowly and noticing the small details of creation. These practices are not magic. They are ways of training attention to a different frequency. Over time, they teach me to recognize the quieter movements.